He would not call himself as a marketer, but I would call him the greatest marketer that I've ever been in contact with. And here's what I think makes one a great marketer. My dad was a content unicorn. He was a great communicator. Like, he would know how to capture attention. It still took us a good 2 years of consistent content. He kept on thinking that he was a crazy old man talking to himself and to a camera. Somewhere around 2014, he started taking off, right? And then Facebook was an opportunity. We went all in on Facebook and started growing like crazy. So today we have somewhere around 20 million followers across all platforms. Several million on TikTok. This is after my dad passed. Yeah. We created the TikTok channels after my dad passed. So we started taking his content and splitting it up into 30 seconds, 60 seconds, 90-second little clips.
I would love to see this sometime.
Really good stuff, right? But he's a great content creator. So because we had this content creator, that's what we leverage. If I didn't have that, I'm still a marketer. So my job is to capture attention at any cost. I mean, you are in my marketing company, which stands for AGM, stands for attention grabbing media, right? So I got to figure out what's your superpower and leverage that. If I didn't have my father, I would have figured something else out. But I wouldn't have grown as fast as we did because he was so good at it that he made my job very easy. So to give you a specific example on, we talk about return on investment, right? We put $1 on advertising, we get $20 back with my dad because of his content being so good. So we got organic? 5 million organic, right? Okay. So most of our revenue.
I hope you can do that for me too.
It's amazing, right? So for example, in the month of November, we spent 200 grand on ads. We brought in $5 million in revenue, just to give you an idea, right? So high profit margins, supplements, no, across the board. $200,000 were probably split between 50% was YouTube, and the other 50% was TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. That content is really, really powerful for brands and e-commerce brands and anybody that wants to get attention on these platforms. Like if you have a great content creator like Dr. Berg, you go all in with that person because that person becomes real and people start buying your stuff. It doesn't matter what anybody else says. If you take away Dr. Berg, the brand doesn't really exist, right? So it's really dependent on Dr. Eric Berg. That's why when my father passed, in order to keep the organization going, which we had 150 staff, 275 internationally, I had to figure out how do I make my father immortal with his content, which is what he wanted. He wanted continuity, he wanted legacy, and I took his content and I made it immortal by spreading it everywhere. So people every day discover us and they're like, oh my God, this guy is amazing. Where has he been my whole life? And they don't even know he passed away. It's incredible. So I have my dad's voice in my ear all the time. He was at the center. If you walk into my building, there's a dedication on the wall.
Did you learn a lot from him?
Oh my God, he was my biggest mentor. He would not call himself as a marketer, but I would call him the greatest marketer that I've ever been in contact with. Wow. Because he had an incredible mind on, and here's what I think makes one a great marketer. Somebody that really wants to create an impact in the lives of others. Because you need to be able to have a desire to put your products and services in front of other people. That passion that you have that passion, it makes you a good marketer because you keep on figuring out ways to put your message in front of them because you know you can impact the lives of people. Because that's my definition of a marketer. My father was an incredible marketer. He was obsessed with impact. He was obsessed with wanting to put his message in front of other people. And we accomplished it. And we did it together for many years. And it was a great decade for me to be able to help him spread his message. He was really good at that. Now, that being said, so if you have a content creator like him, then you go all in with that. That should not stop you if you don't, because unicorns don't exist, right? They don't exist.
Yeah, it's hard to find.
So people come to me all the time, Eric, and they say, I want you to make me the next Frank Suarez. I want you to make me the next Dr. Eric Berg. I want you to make me the next, like, whatever, right? I'm like, okay, let's see what you got, right? Because I have seen enough to know that these people don't come about all the time. They're very unique.